Hello, my name is Kirsten Oates.
Hi, I'm Barry Oates. We reside here in Lexington, and we hired Tom and his company to renovate our home. Put quite simply, he was on time and on budget, and what more could you ask for?
We weren't living in our house during the renovation. We showed up at 9:01, thinking we would meet Tom there, but instead we showed up at 9:01 and there was Tom and at least 7 to 10 subcontractors
Right.
all in line waiting to get into our house. And those first impressions are really important, especially when you're investing so much time, money, and
Yeah, I mean, it really just showed that he wanted the job, and he's clearly a very capable project manager. And he proved that, I think,
with that first impression.
and also the course of the project overall.
He gives you this booklet and this manual explaining who he is and the company, but also then who your what lead carpenter is, and so you get in with an actual visual. And I thought that was a really nice touch, and it wasn't too fancy either, so you knew it was a very genuine,
informative,
information. But then he showed you an example of what does a timeline look like, and it was very clearly laid out of, okay, framing starts between these dates, and then it goes all the way into tiling, into painting or whatnot. And for someone who is somewhat of I'd like to know what's going on at all times, but also I'm a layman. I don't know the whole contract schedule and whatnot. It was nice for me to have it really clearly laid out and easily read. What we really liked about Tom is that he not only, of course, understands the project, but it was really important for him to understand who we were. So one of the first meetings after we accepted his bid was he asked us just kind of simple questions. And one of the questions was, what's your priority out of time, money, what is important to you, and rank them. And we were, of course, not living in our house, as we said, and so it was really important that we got in on time.
Yeah.
And then closely followed by budget.
Yeah.
And so for him to know that, he was really great at communicating with us about timelines, and he came on in time. Like we moved in when we needed to, and he made it happen that way. For example, in the bathroom, I had exactly what I wanted. I sent him pictures, and we had meetings. And what was interesting about the meetings was I sent him the pictures. He then drew them to scale on a piece of paper. And then what happened was that we discussed potential problems or potential, well, how would this this corner meet with this corner and this kind of tiling I wanted, the border. And those were things that I had no idea were going to be potential issues, but Tom had the history, had the knowledge, the expertise, and the communication skills to say, this is going to be a problem, so we're going to have to readjust this, or how are we going to approach it?
To recognize the challenge.
Which was so great to do it on paper instead of getting that call when the tiler guy is there and time and waste, and money is wasted at that point. So the attention to detail was amazing from Tom. And we met a few times to discuss this, but I rather discuss it at that time on paper to have all these issues than on site and be
His
frustrated.
communication skills are great. Yeah, I mean he didn't over communicate, just enough communication to elicit questions or information that he needed from us. So.
And it wasn't just Tom as well. Like we had a wonderful experience with our lead carpenter.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he was on site all the time, and we would stop by. Sometimes planned, scheduled, and sometimes not. Always greeted, I have to say, warmly and with a smile. Yeah. He was a really great, friendly guy, and also could communicate to us as well in a clear manner of what was going on.
Right. He's clearly an expert carpenter, his lead carpenter that we worked with. Yeah.
And if there were any design questions, they came up with solutions. They would say, this is what we're going through, what do you think? And I would always kind of volley back, being like, you guys are the experts, what do you think? And then they say, well, this is what we suggest. So they gave us the ability to step in and
Tom
give us our
the
views, but then had the expertise. Yeah, both Tom and...
where he would engage us where needed to talk about different solutions, because obviously different solutions have different costs associated with them, and perhaps challenges or so forth. So he was really good about that, all of them, yeah, or rather, both of them.
Yeah.
Great communication skills.
And he's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's like a
Definitely.
really nice guy.
yeah.
And
Somebody's gonna be in your house for 6 months and, yeah.
well, and that's something we would always say to our friends, like, we trust him. You
Yeah.
know, like, he almost takes on a father figure with us in this project, just because we could trust him to make the right decision for us. And I think that was huge. We sold a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath colonial, and we bought a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath colonial.
1930s Dutch colonial.
Exactly the same house.
Right.
But it was on a better lot, and it was on a better street, and we knew whatever money we put into this house, we would be able to recoup it, unlike our previous location. And so when we bought the same house, but we had a bigger family, we enlisted the help of this architect, who then referred us to Tom, and we essentially gutted the whole upstairs, the second floor. We reconfigured, and we also added on.
A master suite, yeah.
So upstairs was originally a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and now it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and an office. So it was a substantial amount of work that we had done. And it was around a 6-month project.
Right.
On time and on budget. You can't ask more than that.